All right, number 108, but you only have to do part A. Discuss the cubic formula. Quadratic formula can be used to solve many quadratic or second-degree equations. You might have wondered whether a similar formula exists for cubic third-degree equations or quartic fourth degree and higher. The depressed cubic found that somebody here found the following formula for one solution. So basically, if we have a cubic of the form x cubed plus px plus q, this is called a depressed cubic. Then this is the solution to it. Somebody found that. A formula for quartics was discovered by the Italian mathematician, and in 1924, Abel found that it is impossible to write a formula for a fifth degree polynomial. Whatever, this is just some history, right? Use the formula above to find the solution for the following equations. So basically, if I want to solve x cubed minus 3x plus 2 equals 0, basically my p is equal to negative 3, and my q is equal to 2. I can just plug it into this formula. I mean, it looks hard, but it's really not. I mean, just plug it in numbers. Cube root of negative q, so that's negative 2 over 2, plus the square root of q squared, that's 4 over 4, plus p cubed, that's negative 27 over 27, plus the cube root of, run out of room here a little bit, negative q, that's negative 2 over 2, minus the square root of q squared, that's 4 over 4, plus pq, that's again negative 27 over 27. So this is the cube root of negative 1 plus the square root of, this is 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1 is 0, plus the cube root of negative 1 minus square root of, again, 1 minus 1 is 0. So x equals, this is the cube root of negative 1 plus the cube root of negative 1. That, I believe, is a negative 1 plus a negative 1, which is a negative 2. So one solution is negative 2. All that work for negative 2. So it says use a formula to find the solution. Then it says solve the equation using the method you learned in this section. Which method is easier? Well, the method we learned in this section was basically to list the possible rational zeros, which would be plus or minus 2 and 1 and 2. And then write synthetically use trial and error until you find one that works. Well, obviously I don't know if one is going to work because I'm not really sure what the other two are. I only know one of the three right now. But it's basically just use trial and error to find it. So which method is easier? I don't know. I guess trial and error is simpler. But here we're just plugging in numbers, so I don't know which is easier. Regardless, to find a solution. So they only asked us to find one, so we're done. I don't know which is easier. I will mention that there is actually a formula for finding if you have ax to the third plus bx to the second plus cx plus d, there actually is a formula for finding the solution to a non-depressed, a happy, no, that's such a bad joke, just any general cubic function, kind of like the ax squared plus bx plus c that we are familiar with, right? X equals negative, b plus or minus, blah, blah, blah. Well, and here it is. I put it on my background, so I wanted to talk about it next class. So if you guys can help remind me, here is the formula for finding one solution of a cubic involving a, b, c, and d. Pretty crazy, right? If you guys ask me to, there is a song to help you remember this. It's kind of funny. I won't sing it, but well, if you ask, I'll actually play it. It's kind of ridiculous, but it's funny. Anyway, that's it. They just wanted you to plug the numbers in.